kick the ball.
Yeah.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And
off
we go from Cleveland.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wow.
What?
He kicked it out of bounds.
I didn't mean to.
Mayfield on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
Lay down, boy.
This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards.
Nola, lay down.
Speaking of Odell Beckham, he went over 100 yards in that loss to Seattle in Week 6. 101 yards to be exact, 6 catches. Second 100-yard game for him as a Cleveland Brown, but people are waiting for him to find the end zone more. Just 1 touchdown catch through 6 weeks. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Slam, slam, slam. King, king, king. Twit. Watch the twit. 80 weapons.
You gonna hike it?
Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
Odell Beckham, 51 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2.
Why are you using the Cleveland Browns? I thought you hated the Browns.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the
Justin.
20 to the 23-yard line.
Why are you using the Browns? I thought you hated the Browns.
Never said that.
Wilson,
You
the
never
Seahawks
used the
take over
Browns.
now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now it's Wilson rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49.
Talk about a good quarterback sneak, huh?
It gets him a first down. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Wilson on the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his
into the
legs.
left.
How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again.
Let's go, baby.
The sack to the always disruptive
Oh,
Olivier
baby.
Vernon.
This motherfucker's got good defense.
Did the running back not pick him up?
Fucking Browns, bro.
Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here's Wilson rolling to his left. And he's got Lockett.
Fuck.
And he's got this down to the 35.
I would have had you.
That'll pick up the first down
No,
for
you wouldn't
Seattle
have.
on a gain of 18.
Yeah, I would have.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look
No,
at
you
how
wouldn't
they
have.
plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joe Schobert picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
God dang, 2nd
Cost
sack,
him
huh?
only a yard.
Wow.
It's 2nd and 11. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And inside
Whatever.
the 20 before he's brought down. It's a
garbage.
pickup of 17 and a first down. Carson, who was a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, has picked up the pace this year after a slow start. 3 straight 100-yard games. Most recently, Week 6, 124 yards and a game-winning score in the 4-point win over Cleveland.
Okay, that was a glitch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, Mac Wilson, coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Being chipped. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out.
Oh, you mother...
This is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator,
that was, and the thing is, that wasn't even a blitz.
Because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's
get down, boy.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 36 yards on the play. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go deep,
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All right.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like
what,
a big
man?
loss on a sack, does it?
No, now
you
they're
quit?
looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly
Yeah,
the
no,
momentum
quit.
shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20.
That should have been a fucking down. You're already down.
Yards. How about this first quarter for
So
them
caught,
throwing the
though.
football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns
Fucking
touchdown.
ass.
Demetrius Harris. There
Let's
to
go,
make the
baby.
grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. 2 excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
Yeah, they're off and running, even though they finish things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far. Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 73 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse.
Odell Beckham Jr. 20, 10, 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
I fucking hate you.
Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
So my homeboy's mad because his Patriots lost.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how Wilson hit.
Oh, shit, no!
And this is picked up by the Browns. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Faggot.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing, and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken near the 13.
I would have kept on going.
Down inside the 40.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Yeah, but I would have kept on going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I fucking hate you.
Oh, shit.
What?
What happened?
Nothing. I'm just asking if I wanted to quit, and I said no.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And how about this? 4th and
Really
long.
going for that?
They're going to go
Wow.
for it. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And I think the ball's out. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
he's pretty fucking
yeah,
fast.
either get down or get out of bounds.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They find some open field.
Whoa, what the fuck?
He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line.
It's good,
to
ain't
create
he?
some space.
It's quick.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now
that
to
guy.
kick it off. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he'll take it past the
Chubbs.
25 and up to the 28-yard
He
line.
was fast.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. He'll buy some time right.
Fuck down, baby.
Slips past him. Where'd he go?
Nice.
Big yardage there on the scramble. And
Nice
gets
play.
him a 1st down.
I know,
Not
right?
only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often.
But did you like that play with my running back, though?
College, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks,
Let's just let the ball do the talking, bro.
Throwing is Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out.
Motherfucker.
This is picked up by the Browns. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
A run for Nick Chubb. Space to maneuver at the 40. Unable. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster
I hate you right now.
3 first-half touchdowns.
Don't even talk to
as
me.
These guys continue to put this one out of reach. Seibert on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, they pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Switch it.
On 3rd down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And that will be
What was
incomplete.
the pass interference?
Calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Guess what? My favorite play.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run.
I can't believe you just let me get that fucking first down, dude.
Field across the 45.
Why'd you let me get that first down for?
Being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision.
Yeah,
to
you
run
did.
it.
You just
He picked up that
stood
big
there.
first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now
This team's got good defense.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're
Cleveland
playing
Browns,
defense,
dude.
making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush.
Going
We've seen
for
it
that.
demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
None.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. To throw is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Oh my fucking God.
And a terrific
let's
return
go.
as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
Let's
And
go,
how much
baby.
they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
You know I hate
Yet
you,
there are
right?
humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop it. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Space to run past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
You better be afraid of me. You, 40.
To throw again on second down. Wilson flushed out right. They'll try and run it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On first down, Wilson rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, under pressure again,
God
and
damn,
down
son.
he goes again. Joe Schobert able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't
That should have been
work
a
out.
fucking
And this Browns
first down
defense stands
automatic.
tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit
defense.
right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him.
Come on, dude. Stop watching the replay.
They run it with Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a new way I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive.
Nice
we
play.
often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Joe Schobert, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Damn,
You never want to give up
that's
a
his
sack.
4th
From
sack.
the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. They're trying to put him on the ground. He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
That was a hell of a hit.
Yeah.
Hey, check. Tight dog. Run.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Oh, shit.
Incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd
Damn.
down.
That was
On
crazy.
every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Hey, on 133. Watch the run.
A 1st carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Finding room inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I'm on. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Point it right.
Now Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
God damn.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Damn, I got 21 rushes, 244 yards.
Good for 15 and a first.
Switch up.
On 1st down, it's Carson, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. They go play action with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
280. Check 53, Mike. It's our field. Hey, alert. Hey, it's our round. One take. Back. Switch. Left pass.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
A plays like this where the ball comes free, it's
Did I
often
get it back?
unusual for the team that lost it
Hell
to get
yeah.
it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Falling asleep, Justin?
Nah, I'm still here.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too. Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run. Chubb. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, alert.
On the ground, it's Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, pick your game up. Deuce. Up.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football.
Come on, dude.
Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
King.
On 2nd and very short, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30.
Did you
20.
purposely let that happen?
And
Nope.
he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
God damn it.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call.
And he is going to be taken down.
That should be an interference.
That should be the final play of this third quarter.
That's what?
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively.
What'd you say?
A big sack that loses
So that should have been interference.
Not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, he's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Let's go, Mike 50. Recon, 132 fighter. Get in the way.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellows up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch run. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 5-4. Come on.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 64 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
You what?
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting
we went
field
sushi
position
last
as they
week.
get
We're
it
going
up past
steak
the
tonight.
35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while.
Gotcha, bro.
Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case,
I knew you were going.
he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
53, line 53. Here we go.
Now Wilson steps away. Now he'll pull it down. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Regular.
Following the interception, Mayfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Wilson, rolling to his right, going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They run for it with Carson. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Mayfield now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Chubb on 1st down, not going to go anywhere as he'll lose 3 on that one. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they probably got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a
I had you, bro.
In the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just
did.
These guys, they got it going today.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 37 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will slow by one more. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He'll buy some time right. Going for Metcalf, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
180. Mike 50, Check. Fresno. Up.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Seibert on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Coming Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on second down. Wilson forced out to it, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Joe Schobert in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. On third down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Mayfield on first down. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out
Nice
the window.
play.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wilson flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
God damn, what the fuck?
The beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big.
What?
Sometimes they take too long to
funny.
develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically,
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. There's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down again. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Set. 20. Watch the screen. Pass. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Real.
On first down, Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Handoff comes to Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards, makes it 3rd and 7 now. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up.
You know why I did that, right?
Yep.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So you wouldn't get sacked.
Obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Man, that's game.
don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget
Damn,
it. Because
yeah, 323 yards, 5 touchdowns,
Who knows? You may
8
end up with this team again.
A big
interceptions.
Offensive explosion help leading them to victory.
That's crazy.
The defensive guys.
Are you done? Alright, man.
Totally different style.
I'll play tomorrow.
Alright.